A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Ikhlas. Condemnation of Riya. Hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu narrates that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who seeks worldly things, though in a lawful way, to boast, to acquire too much, and to show off, will meet Allah such that Allah will be angry with him. And he who seeks worldly things in a lawful way, to keep away from begging and striving for his family and behaving kindly towards his neighbors, will meet Allah on the day of resurrection with his face shining like the full moon." The hadith is from Bayhaqi. Hasan Rahimullah narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Any slave of Allah who gives a speech will be asked by Allah Azza wa Jal as to what he intended with it." Ja'far Rahimahullah said, whenever Malik bin Dinar Rahimahullah used to narrate this hadith, he would cry so much as to choke his voice. He would then say, "People think that my eyes get cool when speaking before you. Indeed, I know Allah Azza wa Jal will on the day of resurrection ask me, what was the purpose of your speech?" The hadith is from Bayhaqi. Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who makes Allah angry for pleasing people, Allah becomes angry and makes those people angry with him whom he had pleased by angering Allah. And he who pleases Allah by making people angry, Allah is pleased with him and makes those people pleased with him whom he had made angry to please Allah. So much so that he makes him virtuous in the eyes of those people who were angry, and his words and deeds become adorned in their eyes." Tabrani, Majma'uz Zawaid. Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu narrates, "I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, the first amongst the people against whom judgment will be pronounced on the day of resurrection will be a martyr. He will be brought forward. Allah will remind him of his favors and he will acknowledge them. Allah Ta'ala will ask, 'What did you do to show gratitude for these favors?' He will reply, 'I fought for you till I was martyred.' Allah will say, 'You have lied. You fought to be called brave.' So it has been said. Command will then be issued about him. He will be dragged on his face until cast into the fire. Next, a man who had learned and taught religious knowledge and recited the Quran will be brought forward. Allah will remind him of his favors and he will acknowledge them. Allah Ta'ala will ask, 'What did you do to show gratitude for these favors?' He will reply, 'I learned and taught religious knowledge and recited the Quran for your sake.' Allah Ta'ala will say, 'You have lied. You acquired knowledge to be called learned, and you recited the Quran to be called a Qari, meaning the reciter of the Quran. So you have been called such. Command will then be issued about him. He will be dragged on his face until cast into the fire. Next, a man whom Allah Ta'ala had made wealthy and to whom he had given all kinds of riches, he will be brought forward. Allah Ta'ala will remind him of his favors and he will acknowledge them. Allah Ta'ala will ask, 'What did you do to show gratitude for these favors?' He will reply, 'I left no cause in which you like money to be spent, except that I spent it in your sake.' Allah Ta'ala will say, 'You have lied. You did so to be called generous.' So it has been said. Command will then be issued about him. He will be dragged on his face and cast into the fire." Muslim. Abu Huraira radiyallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "If anyone acquires knowledge by which Allah's pleasure will be sought, but acquires it only to get some worldly advantage, he shall not even experience the fragrance of paradise on the day of resurrection. If anyone acquires knowledge by which Allah's pleasure was to be sought, but acquires it only to get some worldly advantage, he shall not even experience the fragrance of paradise on the day of resurrection. The hadith comes from Abu Dawood. Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu narrates that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "In the last period, such men will come forth who will fraudulently use religion for worldly ends, and wear sheepskins in public, and to display meekness, pretending to be without worldly desires. Their tongues will be sweeter than sugar, but their hearts will be the hearts of wolves. Allah Ta'ala will say, are they trying to deceive me, or do they dare to rise up against me? I swear by myself that I shall send such afflictions upon them, which will leave the intelligent among them confounded, that I will impose such people on them from amongst them who will cause a variety of problems for them." Tirmizi. Abu Sa'id ibn Abu Fazala al-Ansari radiallahu anhu, who was one of the Sahaba, narrates, "I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam saying, when Allah will assemble men on the day of resurrection, a day about which there is no doubt, an announcer will announce, he who used to associate someone with Allah in a deed which he did for the sake of Allah, he should seek the reward from someone besides Allah. For indeed Allah is the one who is beyond need of partners to be associated with him." Hadith is from Tirmizi. Note: Allah, being absolutely self-sufficient, does not tolerate any partner. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma narrates that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Whoever acquires knowledge for anyone apart from Allah, or intends by it other than Allah, honor or fame or wealth, etc., then let him make his abode in hellfire." Then let him make his abode in hellfire. Tirmizi. Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu narrates that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Seek refuge from Jubbul Hazan." It's called the pit of sorrow, the Jubbul Hazan. The Sahaba asked, "What is Jubbul Hazan, Ya Rasulullah?" Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "It is a valley in hell, from which hell itself seeks refuge 100 times a day." It was asked, "O Rasulullah, who will enter it?" Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam replied, "The reciters of the Quran who show off their deeds." The reciters of the Quran who show off their deeds. Tirmidhi. Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi, subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhanaka rabbil izzati amma yasifun, wa salamun alal mursaleen, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, birahmatika ya arhamar rahimin, la ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah.